In the previous chapter, you have learned Rishabh never disrespected his colleagues. He appreciated his colleague Sunny for helping him out with the tasks. Unlike Rahul, Rishabh never complained about the extra load of work. Rishabh did not let stress affect his performance. Rishabh kept a smiling face all the time. Hello friends, welcome to this exciting session. This chapter is about teamwork. In this chapter, you will learn an introduction to teamwork, steps to avoid while working in a team.
So friends, did you see the video? What did you learn from it? Did you see how the kitchen utensils worked as a team? Yes friends, we are going to learn about teamwork. So friends, do you know what teamwork means? Teamwork is a collective effort given by a group of people to achieve maximum results. So friends, here is a video to make you understand the importance of teamwork in an organization.
Meet Mr. Roy. He is the owner of this electronic items shop. He is a very experienced man who is currently in a meeting with his 4 most trusted employees.
I am going out of town for a week.
Mr. Roy asks his employees to work together as a team while he is away. Before departing, he decides to divide the responsibilities amongst them.
Look, Ramesh.
Meet Ramesh. He is a 24-year-old man who has been working in this shop for 2 years. He is in charge of the warehouse. Mr. Roy tells Ramesh that he wants him to ensure that all the items from the warehouse reach the shop on time.
Okay, sir.
Then he turns his attention to Latif. Meet Latif. He's a 28-year-old delivery boy who delivers the ordered items to the houses of the customers. Mr. Roy wants Latif to coordinate with Ramesh and ensure that the delivery process is smooth.
Okay, sir.
Now he turns his attention to Binny. Meet Binny. He's a 32-year-old man who is also the senior-most employee in the shop. His work is to assist customers who visit the shop, and Mr. Roy wants him to coordinate with Ramesh and inform him about the items that are needed in the shop.
Okay, sir.
And then he turns his attention to Sunil. Meet Sunil. He is a 30-year-old man and the manager of the shop. He has been working in the shop for more than 6 years. Mr. Roy wants Sunil to ensure that all the employees are working properly.
Sure, sir.
After delegating tasks to each employee, Mr. Roy bids them goodbye.
See you all next week.
So, the next morning, Ramesh is at the warehouse carrying out his regular duties. In the morning, Sunil had called him and confirmed the order of a refrigerator. Since the refrigerator was an old model, Ramesh had to order it from another shop for an extra 500 rupees. So, he calls Latif to ask when he's coming to get the refrigerator. Latif informs Ramesh that the order got cancelled.
What?
Ramesh becomes angry. He tells Latif that he had to pay an extra 500 rupees as urgent delivery charges for the refrigerator. He accuses Binny for not informing him about the cancelled order. So Latif suggests.
Call Binny and ask.
So Ramesh calls Binny and asks why he did not inform him about the cancelled order. And Binny defends himself by saying that he had asked Latif to inform Ramesh about the cancelled order, and the blame game continued.
Sir told you to coordinate with me, right?
Ramesh tells him that he should have called him instead of Latif.
I was just trying to save time.
Ramesh is not convinced. He tells Binny that they need to sort out this issue by meeting Sunil, and Binny agrees. The same evening, Sunil called for an urgent meeting to discuss about the cancelled order. Ramesh has briefed everything about the event to Sunil, and he is now presenting his point of view.
I think Binny is at fault here.
Sunil tells Binny that he should have called and informed Ramesh about the cancelled order. But Binny does not agree. He feels insulted and defends himself by saying,
You're not my boss, so don't act like one.
Binny and Sunil get into a heated conversation. Binny's attitude does not go down well with Sunil, as he counters by saying that Binny needs to follow his orders as he is acting as the boss in the absence of Mr. Roy. But Binny is unmoved. He reacts angrily by saying that he will not take Sunil's orders. Things are getting out of control here. Consequently, Sunil feels insulted and in the heat of the moment dismisses Binny. Alas, he should not have done that.
Binny, you are fired.
Binny leaves the office in disappointment. Wonder how Mr. Roy will react to this.
Goodbye.
The next day, Mr. Roy comes to his shop and calls his 4 employees. Mr. Roy is surprised to find that Binny is not present, so he asks,
Where is Binny?
Sunil steps forward and informs Mr. Roy that he has dismissed him. How will Mr. Roy react now? Mr. Roy is very surprised. He asks Sunil why he did not consult him before taking such a decision.
What do you mean?
Sunil narrates the whole story to Mr. Roy, as Mr. Roy takes a deep breath and thinks it over. Everything becomes clear to Mr. Roy. He tells them that they failed at their job because they failed to work as a team. He decides to call Binny and request him to rejoin the shop, and gives them another chance to prove their worth as a team. We hope that they will not let Mr. Roy down from next time.
With this, we have reached the first discussion time. You will get 5 minutes to identify Wrong approaches to teamwork. Welcome back, friends. Hope you were able to identify the wrong approaches to teamwork. Let's check what they are.
So, friends, did you see how all of them failed to work together? Why did they fail? Number 1, bad communication.
So Ramesh calls Binny and asks why he did not inform him about the cancelled order. And Binny defends himself by saying that he had asked Latif to inform Ramesh about the cancelled order.
Mr. Roy clearly stated that Binny and Ramesh needed to communicate, but there was no communication between them. Lack of communication led to misunderstanding among them. Number 2, bad leadership.
I think Binny is at fault here.
Sunil tells Binny that he should have called and informed Ramesh about the cancelled order. But Binny does not agree. He feels insulted and defends himself by saying,
You're not my boss, so don't act like one.
Binny and Sunil get into a heated conversation. Binny's attitude does not go down well with Sunil, as he counters by saying that Binny needs to follow his orders as he is acting as the boss in the absence of Mr. Roy. But Binny is unmoved. He reacts angrily by saying that he will not take Sunil's orders. Things are getting out of control here. Consequently, Sunil feels insulted and in the heat of the moment dismisses Binny. Alas, he should not have done that.
Binny, you are fired.
Sunil's leadership was not up to the mark. He should have been more calm and composed. Sunil should have tried to solve the problems while dealing with the group instead of firing Binny. Number 3, ego war. Binny could not take orders from Sunil. Sunil could not control his ego and fired Binny. The ego tussle spoiled their partnership. Number 4, lack of involvement. All the employees did not feel the importance of being responsible. There were no team meetings held. They had no specific purpose. Number 5, lack of understanding. Mutual understanding comes from experience. Latif could have easily called Ramesh and informed about the cancelled order, but he did not feel responsible to do so. This showed the lack of understanding among the team members. So friends, now you know why they failed to work as a team.
It's time for discussion round 2. You have just learned the wrong approaches to teamwork. In the next 5 minutes, your instructor will explain these points in further detail. So over to your instructor. With this, we come to the end of this session. Before moving on, let's do a quick recap. Teamwork is the collective effort applied by a group of people to achieve maximum results. Mr. Roy clearly mentioned that Binny and Ramesh needed to communicate with each other. But there was a lack of communication between the two. There was a lack of understanding between the team members.